Our next reader, Beth Broun. She actually met Cat Stevens and proudly told him that she could play Wild Horses on guitar. And he replied, "The Rolling Stones must be very happy about that." Beth Broun.
I'm 18 years old, sunbathing, topless, on a cushy lounge chair at Hotel Plaza in Monaco. There is waiter service on the beach, and everyone is speaking French except me. The topless women are skinny and smoking and wearing fancy jewelry, ordering salads and cocktails. A far cry from my trips with my family to Jones Beach. I wonder if they know I'm from Queens. To escape my poor family, I used the $5,000 credit card given to me by my father, strictly for emergencies. I booked a round-trip ticket from New York to Nice, then took a helicopter that landed on a rooftop of the hotel. In my teenage mind, this was the moment to leave my poor family behind and become part of the jet set. Here were people that weren't worried about paying their bills. I knew my parents did the best they could. My father worked nights and would drive me everywhere I wanted to go during the day. My mother made meatloaf almost every night because she knew I liked it. Despite my parents' devotion to me, I was ashamed of them. My father was a delivery man. My mother was a bookkeeper. I try to flag down a waiter, "Garçon!" and he ignores me. I hear my name over the loudspeaker, followed by bits of French. I only understand the words telephone and urgent. I hope that it was a wealthy man who saw me at the casino last night. I pick up the lobby phone and I'm in shock to hear my Uncle Stanley's voice. "Your friend Claire told us where you are." I think for a second I'm in serious trouble. But then he says, "There's been a terrible accident. Your father was killed and you need to come home immediately." I stumble back to my lounge chair in a daze. I order a salad niçoise and an orangina. I give the waiter my credit card and I pray that it isn't as dead as my father. I play out every possible lie in my head to explain why I can't get home. How could I resist? I spend 4 more days sunbathing. I miss the funeral by 1 day. My brother-in-law picks me up from JFK and we ride in silence as I play out my worst fears of how my mother will react. My family is sitting on wooden boxes. All of the mirrors are covered with towels, the Jewish tradition of sitting Shiva. The moment I walk in, my mother screams, "How do you think you're gonna pay for Daddy's credit card?" I feel unbearable guilt. Almost every day I read the New York Times article from the day he died. A bakery delivery man clinging to the side of his speeding truck for 7 blocks in a desperate attempt to stop a man who was stealing it was killed. Later we found out the credit card debt will be wiped away with his death. And part of me hopes it's a sign from my dad that, like the debt, maybe I'm also forgiven. My dad hung on for 7 blocks trying to save his truck. I held on for 4 days trying to escape the life I was born into. I'll never be sure if my dad has forgiven me for missing his funeral.